Hello, I am live. Just wanted to do some updating, some uh, some weather updating. What the heck's going on? We got a freezing rain warning here in Windsor, Ontario, surrounding area. I'm looking at the Doppler right now. It's like from pretty much from Little Rock, Arkansas, is going through St. Louis, Springfield, Chicago, over to Lansing, Detroit. So if you can imagine a little loop like this. And then we got Detroit, Windsor, London, obviously Hamilton, Toronto, Kingston, and it's down towards there's rain in just east of Cleveland over there, north of Pittsburgh, heading out over to Philadelphia, New York. So we've got quite the storm going on there right now in terms of North America. But yeah, not fun, especially when you have like this morning. I had a bunch of delays. Everything was weather related pretty much. So that was funsies trying to get new appointments in and new trucks in some areas as well. So not fun really when it comes to weather right now. But yeah, I wanted to talk just quickly about people are asking, what should I focus on? Where should I put my attention to? Should I put it towards um, you know, truckload, less than truckload? Should I put it towards maybe intermodal? Should I do drayage? Where should I go when it comes to finding freight? And this is new people that are new in the industry, new to the industry people. And, you know, I really do believe that if you're doing niching, you're doing riching. So if you do your niches properly, you will definitely be attaining riches. And I'm not talking trillions of dollars right off the bat, right? But what I am talking about is you will become an industry, a field expert in what you're looking at or what you want to do. And one of the best ways to get good at this whole freight brokering thing is to focus on a niche that you really find interesting, entertaining, or maybe your local area is very focused on a specific niche or niche, as they say. There's many different types of niches that you can approach. There's automotive, there's chemical, there's plastic, there's industrial, there's manufacturing, there's government and defense, there's furniture, there's CPG, consumer packaged goods, there's petrochemicals or oil and gas, there's food and beverage, there's appliances, there's electronics, there's pharmaceutical, health, life sciences. There's many different niches or niches that you can focus on that would maybe bring you success in your logistics career. And if you focus on potentially one type of commodity or sub commodities within a certain sector, you can really develop a nice network of logistics service providers, asset based providers that you could use then or utilize or partner with, create a good relationship with, and then sell that capacity to your shippers that have these products to move. And so it would be a fantastic way for people to really hone in on skills and get better at moving freight. But I really don't think that, one size fits all. I can do it all, oversized, overdimensional, hazmat, sprinter van, cargo van, straight truck. If you want, again, the sky is the limit in logistics. If you want to just have broad kind of half knowledge of all these industries, you can go down that route. But for the beginning, it would be good if you could focus on a niche that could really help you become an expert in that specific area of commodity. And even if you become mode specific, obviously there's people out there that just focus on ocean shipments, drayage shipping, import and export stuff from the ports all over North America. And then there's people that focus just on air freight. There's groups or teams that focus on air freight. or subsections of air freight like air chartering, which would be like expedite, time critical, urgent freight that needs to get it on site for delivery because the buyer really needs the parts or equipment needed in any case. Um, and then some people just focus on ground. Some people just focus on LTL, full truckload, partial truckloads as well. And so there's many different places that you can look into, and all of these things could be beneficial to you growing as a professional in this field. And so if it was me, now that I know everything that I have been able to educate myself about through the last 14 years, niching is the way to go. And a lot of people that do this seem to be very successful in scaling their business the right way and doing it appropriately through proper networking and partnerships with asset based companies, um, trucking companies that have their own trucks, units, vehicles, whatever you want to call them, equipment. And so it's a good approach to take too. So who knows? I mean, if you guys can think of more niches and you'd like to comment, you go right ahead. I mean, like I said, I just named off a few off the top of my head that are really fantastic, that really can be life changing for you, and life changing in respect to how you run your business, and escaping that reality that a lot of us thought was a reality in the right path, which was work 9 to 5 for a boss in a cubicle, or maybe in a production facility, and just do that for 40 years and there we go. But logistics isn't that. Logistics is a lifestyle. It becomes a passion of yours, and once you taste success, you will then be able to um, really scale your business. But in addition to that, you're going to be thinking about logistics in everything you do. When you're eating, you're going to be thinking about logistics. Before bed, you're going to think about logistics. You're going to introduce it to your friends. You're going to introduce it to your family. You're going to talk about it to your kids. I've had trucks of my own. I've taken my kids to the trucks and trailers, and let them kind of explore and see what that world is like, because it's a fantastic way to make a living, and it's a fantastic family business to start as well. So think about it. I really just wanted to go you know quickly live and talk about it just in a quick sense, and just mention niches, that niches are important and it's a good way to grow one's business. So yeah, leave a comment. If you disagree, let me know why. Let me know why you think a broader sense of knowledge is much better, and a lot more respected in that light. So if you really do feel that way, let me know why. We obviously we can have a debate about it too. This is just from my experience, how I view it, and how I see what exactly uh, is the right approach. I started in 2011 in actual expediting, and I stayed in expediting, and I'm still in expediting, and I've done subsections of that niche. Like I'm talking just in time, time critical, urgent, um, air charter expediting. So I've dabbled in subsections and subsectors, but I've really stayed in that lane, and I've really had a really fine success. Um, have I helped customers in different aspects? Sure, full truckload, dedicated freight. I've helped them, for drayage moves, import and export moves, sometimes machinery equipment, sometimes just containers that need to be, destuffed and sent out, from the warehouse to final mile deliveries with lift gates. I've done things like that and I've helped customers. You could do the same, but I've really just focused on expedite. That is truly the biggest passion of mine when it comes to logistics. I find that people are at least, partners that you'll work with, carriers that you'll work with in that world are very responsible. They know, they're proactive. They'll be able to let you know um, information that you will eventually need ahead of time. And what I mean by that is like, they'll give you ETAs, estimated times of arrivals, for pickup or delivery ahead of schedule. So if you need to pick up at 10 a.m. on a specific day, they'll tell you at 9 a.m., hey, you know what? We're 30 miles out. We should be good for pickup. There's a lot of technology involved in it as well, where you're able to track shipments better. There's more visibility. It's out there in the open for you to see between the, safe and secure transactions and exchange of information through EDI tendering or TMS systems where you integrate with your customers, transportation management systems that you integrate with your customers. So, like I said, it's a great industry to be a part of, and there's many ways that you can go about it. I've seen people and companies be successful in all kinds of different niches. There are people that just focus on flatbed or step deck shipping, and not necessarily going down the route of permitted loads that are over dimensional or outside of the legal dimensions allowed for transportation. Just sticking to open deck, flatbed, step deck loads that need tarping, strapping, chaining, and they've done excellent for themselves. They've scaled the right way. They went from one truck to maybe three or four trucks to maybe 12 trucks to, up to 30 trucks. And they're loving it. They're having a good time. They take their sweet time to get their customers on board. They take their sweet time to get the proper professional drivers on board. They take their time to really get good at what they're doing. So that way when their customer comes to them, their customer can then know that they have a trusted partner in the transaction, and it's not somebody where they're just throwing a $500,000 a piece of equipment at them and saying, hey, good luck with this cargo of mine. They know that that carrier can take care of them, or that logistics service provider, freight broker, or freight forwarder can handle that for them. And so that's something that you have to keep in mind, that there are plenty of ways to get to where you want to in this industry. But do everything with honesty, integrity, communication. Um, be proactive in the way you approach updating customers. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. It's very dangerous to do in any industry, but specifically when you're outside of traditional sales methods and you go down the route of almost being like a consultant for your customer. So you're giving them advice on how best to manage their freight, and you are now a partner of theirs in the management of their freight. So you have to be very diligent in who you give their freight to transport as a freight broker, as a 3PL company. And you have to know that the partners that you're using, you have to be very confident that they are trusted in that transaction. And so that's why I think it's a great industry to be involved in. And anybody that's brand new in freight brokering, please take this piece of information that I've given to heart. Really sit down, come up with a business plan. Do your market research, see in your local area, in your regional area, where you could best fit in, and then take it from there. And you can expand. You can have all kinds of different divisions. There are flatbed step deck companies, for example, that have a division specifically dedicated to heavy haul or over dimensional freight. Likewise, there are full truckload companies that have a division for LTL freight. Then there are LTL freight companies that have subdivisions in their own divisions, and you can do that as well. But the beginning, now that I've planted that seed for you in terms of getting into a niche that you would enjoy or that you would love to be a part of, now you can go and do your market research and see what kind of companies fit into that niche of yours that you want to focus on, whether it's automotive, plastics, chemicals, food products, produce, furniture, electronics, whatever the case may be. And then you grow your customer base off of that. There are people that focus on, for example, just ice cream. They just want to move ice cream. There's all kinds of ways. I love automotive in terms of commodity specific niches. I love automotive, but that doesn't mean only automotive. There are other ones. I love oil and gas. Like that's what I mean. Like it, I don't fit in it into every commodity category. I don't love to do every single one. Like for example, I don't like to do 30 stops or 40 stops of plant loads when springtime comes out of Florida, distributed throughout different areas in North America. I don't personally like to handle those. You know, if I can provide quality service, then I will try to do it for a customer. But if I feel that I can't provide the quality and I'm going to run into really really big problems in terms of it affecting my quality of service, I'd much rather tell the customer, hey, you know what? I can't do it. I know someone that can specifically do this, and here is their contact information, rather than um, ruining that relationship with a customer that is giving you consistent freight in an area that you're much more well versed in, so to speak. So again, keep it safe out there. Thank you for listening. For anybody that gets a chance to catch us, leave it a like, leave it a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm really looking to grow this thing to get more interactions with people and more communication back and forth. It doesn't only have to be about logistics. I mean, you can contact me and talk to me about anything you would really like in terms of, business and business planning and how to best set up a work from home business, or any kind of business where you're dealing with business to business transactions. Feel free to reach out in that respect as well. So thank you again. And, God bless, and keep it safe. If you are in the Midwest, or even, like up in Minnesota and the Dakotas, where there's some snow up there now too, I can see on the Doppler. And then obviously freezing rain down here in Michigan, Ontario, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, all the way down to Arkansas and maybe parts of Texas. I'm not sure. I'd have to confirm on that. But yes, this has been another short live episode on my YouTube channel, The World of Logistics. Like, subscribe, comment, hate on me a bit. That's cool too. You're allowed to do that as well. I don't censor any comments. So if you find that you need to, blow off some steam and give back some negativity, you can do that as well. So again, cheers, God bless, and stay safe, and stay connected with me with any kind of requests that you may have, and questions, comments, or concerns. So thank you, and goodbye. Stay safe. Bye.